Mzansi has to offer.
And if you're still not satisfied, you can learn a thing or two about living wild, young, and free with Ama2K Saturdays at 11 a.m. You know you want to join the Creative Corner every Tuesday, where we vibe with the coolest creators.
But nah, you are too busy catching up on Umkosi, celebrity news, and the headliners on the Trusted Talk Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Embrace your feminine side with the ladies of Sisterhood Thursdays at 11 a.m. talking about everything women go through.
Join Amachita, Amahrotmane, the broskies of Sotra, fixing the country, one topic at a time. Thursdays at 2 p.m.
Get ready to spice up your sex life on the 8th hour every Thursday at 8 p.m. where we get down and dirty with the hottest topics. It's all things sex.
Start the weekend early with the feel-good vibes of Kasi Lifestyle Show Fridays at 2 p.m. Put on your dancing shoes, feel the music, and connect with the best artist Mzansi has to offer.
And if you're still not satisfied, you can learn a thing or two about living wild, young, and free with Ama2K Saturdays at 11 a.m.
And for all you bookworms, relax your Saturday with On Writing at 2 p.m. where you can learn from the best writers and storytellers.
All this and more on Share Radio, the place to be.
You're listening to Share Radio, the best online visual radio station in town. Tune in now and enjoy the best music from around the block. This is Share Radio.
Yo, what's good? Y'all listening to Share Radio, where we give you nice shows with a little bit of core in it, and where we promote upcoming artists, music, and more. If you want to share the experience with us or want us to promote your music, go to www.shareonline.co.za or WhatsApp us on 061 524 7758.
Bengeza kwaye phuhlisa ishishini lakho nathi apha eShare Online. Sebenzisa ezinkcukacha zilandelayo ukusifumana. 078 281 0681 okanye usithumelele email ku ads@shareonline.co.za.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available.
Welcome to Sportlight, because that's where we spot the light. Guess what? It's obvious that the light was spotted by Share Online.
You are now watching the Spotlight, where you get all your sports coverage, updates, and news. Get ready for more Playground Show with the great interviews with your sports idols. Don't forget to tune in. We are Share Online on every social media platforms. Let the games begin. Indeed, let the games begin. I welcome you once again to the Sportslight Show, where we give you each and every update and news that are happening around the world when it comes to sports. Whether it's on field or outside of the field, we've got you covered. So please do make sure that you stay with us on our social media platforms. We are Share Online on each and every social media platform. The only thing and the simple thing that you can do is just to follow us and press the notification button so that whenever we go live, you will be notified and we can come here and break down and talk everything that has to do with sports. My name is Muketi Maiman, aka Max for Maximum Temperature. I am not alone. Let me give it to my guys to introduce themselves. Let me give it to Ato.
Yes, man. How are you, man?
I am okay, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, guys. I welcome you to this show where you know with him you'll get each and every week, each and every Wednesday. That's where you get isn't based on sport. Where no my CP sports or Sazi, this is where you get updates Amasha each and every week. And I go by the name of Play, the producer, right here on Sportlight Show. Yeah.
Indeed, not forgetting our news and our sports reporter, Elvis. Mr. Elvis, good afternoon, sir. Yeah, I think it's a network problem, but Elvis.
Yes, sir. I'm good. Yeah, ikabala mbingu Elvis wakoxolela ukatyeni ndandiyela umamani inkomo zibomvu inkosi yamanywabe. Ndikhona sivuthi sithi yeah.
Indeed, siyavutha sivuthi. Anything that has to do with that, but I welcome you, gentlemen, right here to Sportlight, and I hope whoever is watching is going to be with us until the end of the show. We hope that you guys are going to be engaging with us, as we're going to be touching on the headlines on what is happening on the Sportlight. And today, obviously, Elvis will be giving us, a report on what has been happening right here locally and also internationally. So please do make sure that you stay with us. If you want to send us your voice note on our WhatsApp line, the WhatsApp line is 061 524 7758. 061 524 7758. Just a small reminder, we are live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, we are live on TikTok. So if you are on any of those social media platforms, do the right thing, engage with us, press the notification button, press the follow button so that you can be with us each and every week, every Wednesday right here on the Sportlight, and highlighting everything that you need to know and also having conversation. I welcome you. If you just joined in, do make sure that you stay with us and you be with us until the end of the show. Gentlemen, before I go any more further, I just want to let people know about our headlines that we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers, in which Mr. Elvis will tell us more about the teams that have qualified and everything that has been happening in the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations that is going to be hosted at Morocco next year around January. And also going to be looking at the controversial comment that Hugo Broos made on Patrick Maswangayi as he scored 2 goals when playing with the South Sudan, the second last game of the Africa Cup of Nations qualifier. We also want to hear your view on what Broos, really said about Maswangayi. Is it right? Is it wrong? Or you have your own view on it? And also, we lastly are going to be touching on the Legends Cup, where we saw Kaizer Chiefs winning 5-4 on penalties playing against Sundowns. So we also want to hear your view on that. And also we're going to have some few discussion on the little headlines that we have, in which is Nasreddin Nabi decides on the first signing that he has got for Kaizer Chiefs. And also Kaizer Chiefs target Mbesuma. They could be on the move soon. It's something that we're going to be looking at. And lastly, obviously, looking deep into Bafana Bafana coach Hugo Broos in terms of what I've just said right now of Patrick Maswangayi. So right now, these are our headlines for today. Do make sure that you stay with us, you engage with us on our social media platforms until the end of the show. Before we go to the break, of course, we have a question that we always ask right here on the Sportlight show on how was your sports week? Mr. Ato, let me start with you right here, man. Yeah. How was your sports week, man?
Yeah, my sports week was okay. Was okay because this time experience izinto ezincane,
Yeah.
And one thing I enjoyed ukuthi at the end kunala kumele singacomplain khona, because each and every time masibuya, each and every Wednesday masibuya sihlala sine complain ukuthi uref wenze so,
Yeah.
i-team yenze so,
Yeah.
but this time we only have good news. And nama comments are few from Gwaba coach. But other than that, my weekend was good. Weekend was good, yeah.
Definitely. Moving on to Elvis, man. How was your sports week?
Yes, I like it the way izinto bezenzeka khona when come to AFCON, abo refli the way bebe refla ngakhona, it was fair. You understand? We started to go South Sudan, game South Sudan and South Africa. You see on that ukosha akunami mistake awenzile. We look at Lesotho ne lokunjana ne Lesotho ne Morocco. It's fair refling. So for me, I was like South African referees. They are up now, and Basboni Suguti, we can do better. For me, like I was so sad. Like I said, no, about reflibas in South Africa, not in South Africa, in Africa. Chigele Luguti, no, about reflibas Boni Suguti. Now without VAR, we can do this.
Yeah,
I was so happy in this weekend.
Definitely, man. It's great to hear that from your side. And if you're watching right now and you had an awesome sports light and sports weekend, please do make sure to share it with us on our social media comment. for the
Yes.
comment section right there on Facebook, YouTube, and also on TikTok. Do make sure that you stay with us. With me, my sports weekend was very nice as we saw, the Springboks winning against England once again. So it was so much to anticipate that win, and also, seeing what the Springbok does and continue to win each and every game that they face with one of the big rivals in the rugby world. So right now, we're going to be taking a short break, and then when we come back, we're going to be giving it to Elvis to tell us about our sports and news report that he has for us. So please do make sure that you stay with us as we're going to be taking a short break, and then when we come back, we are going to get deeper into what we have for you right here.
You know you want to join the Creative Corner every Tuesday, where we vibe with the coolest creators.
But nah, you are too busy catching up on Umkosi, celebrity news, and the headliners on the Trusted Talk Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Embrace your feminine side with the ladies of Sisterhood, Thursdays at 11 a.m., talking about everything women go through.
Join Amachita, Amahrotmane, the broskies of Sotra, fixing the country, one topic at a time, Thursdays at 2 p.m.
Get ready to spice up your sex life on the 8th hour every Thursday at 8 p.m., where we get down and dirty with the hottest topics. It's all things sex.
Start the weekend early with the feel-good vibes of Kasi Lifestyle Show Fridays at 2 p.m. Put on your dancing shoes, feel the music, and connect with the best artist Mzansi has to offer.
And if you're still not satisfied, you can learn a thing or two about living wild, young, and free with Ama2K Saturdays at 11 a.m.
And for all you bookworms, relax your Saturday with On Writing at 2 p.m., where you can learn from the best writers and storytellers.
All this and more on Share Radio, the place to be.
You're listening to Share Radio, the best online visual radio station in town. Tune in now and enjoy the best music from around the block. This is Share Radio.
Hey, my friends, this is your boy Creative Scotty, your favorite TikToker. Please catch Share Online Monday to Friday weekdays on all social media platforms.
Bengeza kwaye phuhlisa ishishini lakho nathi apha eShare Online. Sebenzisa ezinkcukacha zilandelayo ukusifumana. 078 281 0681 okanye usithumelele email ku ads@shareonline.co.za.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope and help is available.
Welcome to Spotlight, because that's where we spot the light. Guess what? It's obvious that the light was spotted by Share Online.
You are now watching the Spotlight, where you get all your sports coverage, updates, and news. Get ready for more Playground Show with the great interviews with your sports idols. Don't forget to tune in. We are Share Online on every social media platforms. Let the games begin.
14 minutes until we hit 4 o'clock on the dot, and you're still watching the Sportslight with me, Weketi Maimane, and Mr. Arthur, and also Mr. Elvis right here online, who is going to be bringing you your news report and the report that has been happening all around the sport. So do make sure that you stay with us on our social media platforms. We are Share Online on each and every social media platform. If you want to send your voice note on our WhatsApp line is 061 524 7758. 061 524 7758 is the number to send your voice note. So without wasting any time, Mr. Elvis, let me now head it over and take it over to you and bring us our report for the week.
Yes, mandizibambe ngazo zozibini banenikele lithuba futhi apha ku Share Online Radio babe sesibonile ke ku AFCON sigqitha ke kuma qualifier we AFCON siqibile ke ngoku ukudlala ama qualifier we AFCON as thina singama African. siyobonana ku-2025 xa sibe ke ngoku siyobe siyoqhudelana ke ngoku sazi uba yeyiphi ke ngoku inkomo esiyazi uba yeyiphi inkomo ezozala izozala ithokazi or izozala inkunzi. Singakayi before siyofika ku-AFCON sibonile uKikendoli umuntu othi yena noko ifumene iclub uSuper Sport kodwa izinto zajika sambona ngokusepha ku10 Galaxy sebona ke ngokuba yena sesigna ke ngo-official ephethe CEO esithi ke ngoku mina ndi-official ndizabe ndidlala apha kodwa ke kunamahemhem abekhona ke ukuthi ku-Super Sport i-medical yakhe zange ihambe kakuhle and i-fitness yakhe nokunona kwakhe. I think ngokubona kwami pha ku-TS Galaxy uzawuperforma ngcono because of his experience player ongababonisa nama-player futhi asakhulayo pha uba no we can do this. Mhlawumbe basayina i-fitness yakhe basayina i-mental yakhe ukuthi no ungumuntu odlala njani. Siphinde futhi ke sibaleke size ke apha ke ku-AFCON igame bezenzeka ke during the week sibonile izinto zitshintsha but andizuya kakhulu ngoba nibonile amateam amatsha oBotswana after how long bengaqualified kodwa sababone ke ngoba bequalify ku group C bequalify apha kunotshintsho lukhona ngoba siyabona nalapha kwe South mani amala esiwabonile nabo baqualifyile South Africa nayo qualifyile ngapha ku South sibaningi ke noko ku Zimbabwe ni baningi kule competition ijibhola liyacaca kuba apha ku South ngama-group sinawo ke ngoku ama team eswabonile ke ngoku ba aqualify sisalinde ke ngoku itos basibona ba kuzawutoswa kanjani basibonile naye iMorocco naye qualifyile iBurkina Faso qualifyile iDRC Congo qualifyile iAngola qualifyile Senegal Cote d'Ivoire qualifyile naye South Africa qualifyile bese ndibizile naye South Africa iBenin qualifyile Tanzania qualifyile sibonile izinto zijika iMorocco nibonile nayo ingihosta kodwa iyazimisela yona kakhulu ba no thina sifuna ukubona ukuthi asizuqualify ngokuthi noko siyafakelelwa ngoba icompetition ingakuthi not siqualify ngokuthi we hungry for this. Sibasibonile ke namaqembu amaningi ke esequalify imali Uganda lebinaye ku South Africa ku group stages nibonile naye iqualifier nayo pha Nigeria nayo qualifyile ngama team esinawo kule AFCON esinayo kodwa ke sisalindele itos ba yephi itosi ezakwenzeka ngawaphi ama-group azawufakwa ngokufakwa ngoba siyabona ngapha kumacala ngamacala sebeqalile ke ngoku bafaka kumabhodi ngamabhodi kuba noko ke ngozawuhamba kanjani kodwa ke ngoziya kuphi ema-groupini ucace ke ngokuba zizawuhamba njani banditshilo ke ndathi kuzawuzalwa inkunzi kuzalwe nothokazi sibonile ke masibona na-overseas zininji into bezenzeka nabo badlala ama-qualifiers Europa nabo badlala ama-qualifiers sibonile nazo izinto zenzeka phayana after yazi igame endimangaze kakhulu yeGermany iGermany ayiqala ukwenza izinto ezinje ibethe iscore ngo 7-0 after na iMorocco nayizenzele kulisuthu kuyacaca ibhola ke lona ke after ixesha nexesha libuye noko lichinje ndizayibamba lapho kuni ke estudio andizuba mde umbengo wamazacime nomlilo ama-qualifier wethu swabonile pha ku-AFCON zenzekile ke inguqu sabona ke over the weekend sibona nayo ke abayibizayo bathi bameteketisa i-Wood Cup the Legend Cup ibisenziwa ke Eastern Cape nisibonile ke izinto zenzeka khona namatshintsho amatsha onabi naye siyabona ba kuno ama-player afuna uwasayina amatsha kodwa lenza ibuyisela lapha estudio andifuna ukuchitha yonke into naye u-Aporis siyambona kunento etshoyo kuthiwa nge-8 zikaDisemba khona into ezakwenzeka natural but asikabikho sure mandibuyisele kopho kuni ke estudio bobuthi.
Yeah, thank you so much, Elvis, our Sportslight reporter. Hope you got everything that he said. And another thing, congratulations to the countries that have qualified for the 2025 AFCON. Yeah. We're hoping to see, a very beautiful competition and tournament next year at 2025. Yes. And also, we will be here also to be looking at what happened and what is happening during the tournament. So, Thank you so much for that, Wena LVC. I think right now, as much as we saw Guti, Bafana Bafana is on the right track, when playing these qualifiers, they haven't lost any game, in the qualifiers, so they gave a very good run, and with the Broos, we are seeing someone who is very dedicated into bringing the A game into the guys. Each and every time when Broos announces his squad, it's something that he goes through, makes his research, while competitions are playing, while the Betway Premier League is playing. And Leso Squad Magas is the squad that is going to represent the whole of the nation. And not forgetting that we lost Themba Zwane. Themba Zwane is on a long-term injury, and his stress was, finding a replacement for Themba Zwane, and obviously, when finding that replacement, we saw Uguti, the person who was replaced by Themba Zwane is, of course, Patrick Maswangayi. But now it brings me to the comments that, Coach Hugo Broos said, about the PSL star, about the Orlando Pirates man, So, gentlemen, I just want us to, discuss this, because Broos Ati, he wants Patrick Maswangayi to match their style of play. That means there should be that distinctive differentiation when one is playing for their club and when one is playing for the national team. You understand?
Yes.
So Broos came and then he said, even though Maswangayi, scored 2 goals, he needs to adapt to Bafana Bafana's style of play, as many matches for the national team. So Maswangayi scored the second goal during Bafana Bafana's victory over South Sudan, and he produced a moment of brilliance to net his debut international goal against Uganda. So Hugo Broos wants more from Patrick Maswangayi. We need someone who can replace Zwane. Bafana Bafana coach Hugo Broos has given his verdict on the performance of Patrick Maswangayi at the search for Themba Zwane's replacement as it is ongoing. So do you guys feel like, as Mr. Broos has made that comment, Yoguti, Maswangayi must learn their style of play? Do you think Broos will be on the verge of searching for another player that plays like Themba Zwane, or or he will give Patrick Maswangayi chance, to prove himself that he can change his style of play and play the style that Hugo Broos wants?
For ukuthi ngakushaya emlonyeni lapha studio, Hugo Broos is a coach obona into ikude. I would say ungumuntu okubona into ifar ikude, because of, as you said, ushona ukuthi I need someone ozodlala njengo Themba Zwane. We know very well ukuthi no one can play like Themba Zwane, we understand, but he said to these boys, I give you the opportunity to say it, and nigeza a chance yokuba uzibonakalisa. You can do better Themba Zwane, not to compete with Themba Zwane. You can do better udlale more than to Themba Zwane, not to compete no Themba Zwane. Because of, he said, a lot of coaches most of the time ubabona befela esquadini is because of they don't take umsebenzi wabo serious. They take umsebenzi like serious when, like, where yazi ukuthi 4 months back I will play. You understand? Yeah, but so he knows ukuthi it's not easy to get that player on Njengo Themba Zwane, and he's looking someone older than Njengo Themba Zwane, or is playing more than Themba Zwane. Because if you look at the chances, changes awenzile. We have about titles, but they don't abadlali njengabo Themba Zwane. Look at Usithole, the one is playing overseas now injured, but you see there eswini akakabikho umuntu odlala Themba Zwane njengo Usithole. You understand? Because of, we need more abantu abanga compete, not to say to competing, to play more. You understand? To play more. You understand? Not the competition which ufuna ukudlala njengo Themba Zwane. Because of, you see, if bangakoranga uMaswangayi on that game, I don't think Hugo Broos, he will be happy ukuthatha uMaswangayi. Because of, he said he need umuntu ozodlala more than Themba Zwane, not to someone who compete no Themba Zwane. ngibuse lapho kune studio ukuthi
Yeah, ngiyakuzwa ne, but now I'm thinking ukuthi as you are saying ubuza a question ukuthi how do we think what do we think about this thing issue Bruce name? It's not a bad thing.
Yes.
But now we need to remember ukuthi the way ayisho ngakhona it also have impact kwe player. And not the way ayisho ngakhona after a match even. Well, it's a good thing to motivate a player umtshela ukuthi you need to play more. It's a good thing ukumbonisa ukuthi okay, you are doing better but I still need more. It's okay. But now we should remember ukuthi uThembazane mabamfaka abazange bacabanga replacement ukuthi whenever kuzoyenzeka something kuye sizofaka bani.
Yeah.
So now they are putting a pressure kuye uMaswangayi because of uThembazane ulimele. They don't have a choice. Mele bafuna omunye umuntu. So it's what they are supposed to do namanje ukuthi banga expect ukuthi ayenze more bangena replacement for yena uMaswangayi. Right now uThembazane akekho. So we shouldn't expect ukuthi uMaswangayi ayenze the way or ayenze more than uThembazane because we know ukuthi uMaswangayi ngeke adlale njengozwane. Uzwane good.
Yeah.
Liguye ibhola. Liguye. So maba expect more. Yes, it's okay to expect, but akumelanga athole that pressure because the more bamfakile pressure, that's when azoyenza ama mistake amaningi because we saw nama player amaningi ukuthi the more babafakile pressure, the more bayenza ama mistake. So I don't think the way ayisho ngakhona it's okay, like okay for yen for lona player actually ukuthi li understand. To us vele we think maybe right.
Yeah.
But my figure kuye affect somehow. Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, I also want to look at what other people, are saying because Owamanje, obviously, bringing it back and reminding people what we're speaking about. So, Bruce said, what Patrick showed today makes me happy. It's not really what I want, but I asked him to play differently than at Pirates. So, it's a little bit for him to adapt to how we play, but he has the potential. Otherwise, I should not have selected him. And then, obviously, fans will, react and back up Maswangayi as they know him to be a very good player. So, Dax Ramatswana said, Tito will play as a number 10 very well, but won't be a replacement for Thembazwane. And then Usenzo Ino Mohoduka says, you can all debate, but one thing is certain. No one is bigger than the team. The team was there before. It will be there even without the current crop of players.
True.
And then Usbalbali say, Maswangayi is good on his own. And Mshishi is good in his own way. So let's stop this thing of replacing. We must be grateful to have these wonderful players. They are showing their greatness. Uditiro says Tito will make his own legacy in a way he can. He is not at Bafana to emulate Zwane, but to make his own contribution. Most players can fill Zwane's position, but his quality might be hard to find. Young players are welcomed into the Bafana Bafana squad to change things. So but now Mina, I just want to to actually differ from what people are saying, because what the coach is looking at, he is looking at the winning team. He is looking at somebody who will change the squad. I mean, looking at Bruce form in the games in this season, solely in the World Cup qualification, he played 4 games, won 2, drawn 1, and lost 1. When you come to the Africa Cup of Nations qualifications, he played 6 games, 4 wins, 2 draws, and 1 lost. When you go to international friendlies, they played 3, and they have drawn 3. They have not lost any game. So, I want to know from you, gentlemen, but before, let us take a short break. So when we come back, you guys are going to answer, Uguti, is it wrong, for the coach to demand what is working for him? That is the question that we are going to be answering when we come back from the break. So please do make sure that you stay with us on our social media platforms and engage with us. We are share online on each and every social media platform. If you want to send your voice note in, the number to do that is 061 524 7758. 061 524 7758. Let's take a short break, and then when we come back, we are going to continue.
You know you want to join the Creative Corner every Tuesday, where we vibe with the coolest creators.
But nah, you are too busy catching up on Umkosi, celebrity news and the headliners on the Trusted Talk Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Embrace your feminine side with the ladies of Sisterhood Thursdays at 11 a.m. talking about everything women go through.
Join Amachita, Amahrotmane, the broskis of Sotra, fixing the country, one topic at a time. Thursdays at 2 p.m.
Get ready to spice up your sex life on the 8th hour every Thursday at 8 p.m. where we get down and dirty with the hottest topics. It's all things sex.
Start the weekend early with the feel-good vibes of Kasi Lifestyle Show Fridays at 2 p.m. Put on your dancing shoes, feel the music, and connect with the best artist Mzansi has to offer.
And if you're still not satisfied, you can learn a thing or two about living wild, young, and free with Ama2K Saturdays at 11 a.m.
And for all you bookworms, relax your Saturday with On Writing at 2 p.m. where you can learn from the best writers and storytellers.
All this and more on Share Radio, the place to be.
You're listening to Share Radio, the best online visual radio station in town. Tune in now and enjoy the best music from around the block. This is Share Radio.
Yo, what's good? Y'all listening to Share Radio, where we give you nice shows with a little bit of core in it, and where we promote upcoming artists, music, and more. If you want to share the experience with us or want us to promote your music, go to www.shareonline.co.za or WhatsApp us on 061 524 7758.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope, and help is available.
You know you want to join the Creative Corner every Tuesday, where we vibe with the coolest creators.
But nah, you are too busy catching up on Umkosi, celebrity news and the headliners on the Trusted Talk Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Embrace your feminine side with the ladies of Sisterhood Thursdays at 11 a.m. talking about everything women go through.
Join Amachita, Amahrotmane, the broskis of Sotra, fixing the country, one topic at a time. Thursdays at 2 p.m.
Get ready to spice up your sex life on the 8th hour every Thursday at 8 p.m. where we get down and dirty with the hottest topics. It's all things sex.
Start the weekend early with the feel-good vibes of Kasi Lifestyle Show Fridays at 2 p.m. Put on your dancing shoes, feel the music, and connect with the best artist Mzansi has to offer.
And if you're still not satisfied, you can learn a thing or two about living wild, young, and free with Ama2K Saturdays at 11 a.m.
And for all you bookworms, relax your Saturday with On Writing at 2 p.m. where you can learn from the best writers and storytellers.
All this and more on Share Radio, the place to be.
Welcome to Spotlight, because that's where we spot the light. Guess what? It's obvious that the light was spotted
Y'all
by
listening
Shell.
to Share Radio.
You are now watching the Spotlight, where you get all your sports coverage, updates, and news. Get ready for more Playground Show with the great interviews with your sports idols. Don't forget to tune in. We are Share Online on every social media platforms. Let the games begin.
7 minutes past 4 right here at Sportslight. You're still watching the Sportslight show with me, Mwegeti Maimane, aka Max, and I'm with Ato, and also Elvis is joining us on the phone call. So, gentlemen, before we went to the break, I had a question question, so I just want to hear
listening
from
to
you.
Share
Before I go to you guys, I have a comment from Mixopel Baloy saying, the coach is right to expect the team players to fulfill his vision for the team, as he is the one leading them in a direction that will result in a team success. But right here with you, gentlemen, like I want to know from you, because Hugo Broos brought Maswanganyi as part of his vision, as part of what he wants to see happening in the squad, right? And then brings in Maswangayi. Maswangayi is not gelling well. Maswangayi is not playing the style that Bruce wants, right? And then people come and say, Maswangayi has his own style of play. Leave him to play, right? And then now the question is Coach Bruce right by saying, you know what, I don't want players like Maswangayi, So I just want to know from you, in that mix of things, that is it something that, is it okay for the coach to say, you know what, I'm not looking for this kind of style of play. I'm looking for something different. And if you can't,
listening to Share Radio,
you are going to be left out. What do you guys have to say?
You know when Bruce Ashoganje, it's like I said, it's not a bad thing, ne. But now mela bheke ukuthi okay, I get Maswangayi right now. So I need to use umuntu o different. And lo muntu different, if akanginiki lento engiyifunayo, then I have to try ngithola omunye umuntu. It's okay. But what I want him to do, instead of ukuthi a change, why angasebenzisi that player elikhona athole lento ekuThembazwane, whatever skill asebenzisayo ukuthi okay, maybe obviously uThembazwane unama tactics awasebenzisayo egaming. Why angambuza ukuthi okay, what do you do instead of ukuthi, like, if under pressure, try and use this and this and this and this, and then attach that information ayifaka kuMaswangayi, than to say this, especially in public, because right now la khona une pressure uyazibuza ukuthi okay, if athi bokumele ngaba kangikhethanga, bokumele ngabe ukhethe bani. That's the question engizibuza yona, ukuthi if akakhethanga uMaswangayi bekazoya kubani. Yes, akhona ama player, but it's not that easy to find a player elizo replace uZwane. It's not that easy. So I think mela sebenzise maybe ezinye strategy for uMaswangayi ukuthi akhona ukuba ilento le uZwane ayiyo. That's what I'm trying to say.
Elvis. Okay, while he's still figuring out his network, I will also bring it back to you, whoever is watching right now, that with the remarks that Hugo Broos has made in the squad, I just want to rephrase what he said, so that we can get back into breaking it down and understanding. So the comments from Bruce, he said, what Patrick showed today makes me happy. It's not really what I want, but I asked him to play differently than at Pirates. So it's a little bit for him to adapt to how we play, but he has the potential. Otherwise, I should not have selected him. Right? So I'm just getting some few messages from Elvis at Ulfusha Network, but we will come back to him. So going back to this discussion, as much as we had a comment from somebody saying you know what, the coach is right to expect team players to fulfill his vision, because if we can look at this as something that you have been contracted to do, but now you're using emotions to pick up players, Guti, as much as remember when we spoke about Gayton's weight, Gayton is a man of his weight. He said, you know what, we want results. So obviously Bruce take that serious. If I am going to be dealing with the minister, it means now I have to pick up from where I left from. And that is what he's doing. If he loses players, it means he needs to come up with a plan, a solid plan that will say Bafana Bafana will play at the AFCON and they will make sure that they win the AFCON. Bafana Bafana will play at the World Cup qualifiers and make sure that they're going to bring back that World Cup home. So the question to the viewers at home: how hopeful do you think Bafana Bafana will do? Do you think this is the Bafana Bafana do you love the Bafana Bafana that you are seeing, or you feel like there should be some difference that should be made? There should be some changes that needs to be made. Maybe a little bit of being polished. So I just want to hear from you if you joining our social media platforms. So do make sure that you comment down and tell us if Bafana Bafana is doing the right thing. Bafana Bafana should keep on going with the same performance that they are having right now under Coach Broos. Do you think Broos is the right man for the job, or he should be replaced as quickly as possible? I want to hear from you. Right now we're just going to take a short break because I see we are experiencing a technical error from our YouTube, but right now let us go to the break as we are trying to fix that. Stay with us as we are in conversation with you about Bafana Bafana's performance and Bafana Bafana's stats as of right now. Let us take a short break, and then when we come back we're going to be discussing more.
You want to join the Creative Corner every Tuesday, where we vibe with the coolest creators.
But now, you are too busy catching up on Umkosi, celebrity news, and the headliners on the Trusted Talk Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Embrace your feminine side with the ladies of Sisterhood Thursdays at 11 a.m. talking about everything women go through.
Join Amachita, Amahrotmani, the Broski.
You are listening to Share Radio, where we give you
one topic at a time. Thursdays at 2 p.m.
Get ready to spice up your sex life on the 8th hour every Thursday at 8 p.m. where we get down and dirty with the hottest topics. It's all things sex.
Start the weekend early with the feel-good vibes of Kasi Lifestyle Show Fridays at 2 p.m. Put on your dancing shoes, feel the music, and connect with the best artist Mzansi has to offer.
And if you're still not satisfied, you can learn a thing or two about living wild, young, and free with Ama 2K Saturdays at 11 a.m.
And for all you bookworms, relax your Saturday with On Writing at 2 p.m. where you can learn from the best writers and storytellers.
All this and more on Share Radio, the place to be.
You're listening to Share Radio, the best online visual.
www.shareonline.co.za or WhatsApp us on 061 524 7758.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope, and help is available.
Thank you so much for staying with us right here. Hope everything is now fixed and we can go back to our conversation that we were having before we went to a short break. I think, Elvis, are you still with us, my good sir?
Yeah, I'm still there. Ndimamele high network yami nami yanhlupha kancinci nje, but ke yona ndisase on ayikakandicopy.
Yeah, before maybe it cuts you off while we still have time to speak with you right now. So
Yes.
it goes back to the question that I asked Guguti. Is Hugo Broos wrong by saying, you know what, you are a good player, but how you play is not the style of play that I want. The way you play at Pirates is not the way I want you to play right here in the squad. Is that wrong? Let me hear your thoughts.
It is not to my side. Is not wrong at all, and not to Hugo Broos wrong because of he knows une vision yakhe nokuthi ufuna i-team yakhe ibe njani. You understand? So it's not wrong. I don't think we need another coach from now. We need to see what Hugo Broos is saying, and we need to listen what he's saying because of we see now a team from 2021. Look at 2021, Sabahleko Bumkwene, and the number was a part of them. Who's those players? We understand. He said, no, give them 5 years. He's not wrong. He knows Guti Shota Gupi because of he built Tembazwan, and he knows Tembazwan Guti. Yini into ayifakayo to the team. So we don't need ukuthi sithi no high in isikhathi no masimnikeze a chance. Let's give him Hugo Broos enze into ayifunayo on that time. Even though let's not take it to ukuthi makethi i-player so no. Look at this. He said after the game, if you uyamamela after Unaye like side is also having challenges because of South African player. Hey, is another level. Competition is higher. Guys, ukuthi a disappoint bani, a chathe bani.
Yeah.
You understand? We need to simyeke nje kanjalo.
Yeah. Definitely. When I go to the YouTube comments, I have Refile Rasekhanso saying, I think Tito is okay with the way he play at Pirates, but with Bafana Bafana, the coach is right with wanting different thing. Otherwise, Bafana Bafana's performance is wonderful. And then Tumza Seeks at players are unique, no doubt, but they must try and adopt the playing styles and the techniques that will help better the performance of the team. And then Tumza Seeks come back again at Hugo Broos can serve his term. So, as much as we're still, in conversation with this, now the very huge question we need to ask is it the people's voice valid, or the coach's voice is something that is valid?
I think the coach's voice is the one that is valid, because even if I always say, even if Tina sing a team, nothing is going to change until the coach decide, okay, sing a. But without him saying anything, without him applying what we are saying, that means Tina as not next is not issue. We can keep on commenting because really they need our comments. They need a suggestion as well. Now, which okay, why so? And then that's when they will try and check. This one is spices. So let's keep on doing what we were doing before. So I think the EGA coach, it's the one that is important.
Yeah, definitely. Because if you look at what the fans want, is what they see, on their television screens. But now, when you go to, the technical side of things, when they go into the changing room, things are way too different that side. So, as much as, Broos has been given his term, I think it is the time for us, to trust the process that he has for the squad, because now people think this is all about, finding the Tembazwani. We know, as you said, we can't find anyone who really plays exactly like Tembazwani. So now coach make his remarks, and publicly to the people and telling people, yes, guys, you guys spoke, you guys have seen Maswangayi playing very well, but the style of what we are trying to do is not what he is giving in. You understand? Because Maswangayi is one of the players that, Tebo Khomokwena is speaking about, the Mamelodi Sundown star, said it is important to welcome young players into the Bafana Bafana squad. He described Bafana Bafana as a family, and they welcomed Relebuhile Mokwena, Talente Mbata, Oswin Apolis, and also Patrick Maswangayi. It's something that we are speaking about right now, Uguti. As much as these guys have been brought in, they have been brought in as people who are here, to help the squad. But now it is a different in a coach perspective, because a coach is like, what Tembazwane is like, is something that I want. But Maswangayi, is something that I do not want, because it also goes back to the question that we ask, because we are saying now, if Tembazwane is getting injured and then we get Patrick Maswangayi, and then Maswangayi is not playing the way Broos wants him to play, it means he is looking for a player edlala njengo Tembazwane, but yeah, that's where it is. We hope to hear from you guys wherever you are, that do you feel like Broos should continue to look for somebody that he needs, someone who can adapt very well into playing the position that Tembazwane has left for the guys.
Yeah, but I have a question. Maybe I don't know. Guti ama player akona adlala akona anga cover the space uBruce asifunayo, which
Yeah.
is Sakathemba Zwane.
Yeah.
If we can say now siyabheka ukuthi okay ubani ongacover le space uBruce asifunayo, maybe at least not 100%, not 90%, but at least 80%.
Yeah.
Eka Bruce le ayifunayo. Mawubhekile singakhetha ubani singathi siyamthola.
There are a lot of players, that play very well when it comes to, their role Yagathemba Zwane.
Yeah.
And because, I would say we looking at the teams that are performing as of right now.
Yeah.
Because when you choose your team, you're looking at people who are confident enough, who have played.
Yeah.
You can be a good player, club-wise.
Yeah.
But you guys are standing on number 12, number 11. But now it's a different atmosphere when you go to play for the national team.
Yeah.
We need people who are used to that. And I think when you get to look at teams like Orlando Pirates, not mentioning Kaizer Chiefs because, the form has been bad.
Yeah.
The form has been really, really bad. But looking at Sundowns, yes, it was Themba Zwane. Looking at Pirates, that is what Hugo Broos is doing right now. And I actually believe in his approach. When the team is performing, use the team. Use the team and pick one of the players that are good. But as of right now, Patrick Maswangayi is really in my list. And looking at Orlando Pirates midfielder, I think Dlamini, Dlamini would play a very good role Kona lapaya in replacing Themba Zwane, because if you're looking at their roles, it's those roles that give you that leadership inside of the middle and creating passes. So it took him time to find a missing puzzle like Themba Zwane. So obviously it is not going to be easy, because Tina, we are going to look at who is the best. But it's not about who is the best, but it's all about who can handle the pressure. It's all about who can lead, who can create chances. So my answer, I think it's right there. So do you think there was going to be somebody who is replacing Zwane?
No. Yes, bangaba khona, but as much as usho ukuthi we need someone oyijwayele i-pressure kuleyo position. So I think nami Patrick Maswangayi is the one, because that's why I'm saying ukuthi instead of ukuthi amchange, yes akathole someone else, but ungamchange umkhiphe like totally. But add that thing oyifuna kuye for ukuthi angayisebenzisi kuBafana Bafana kuphela, but ayisebenzise na kwe team yakhe. Don't angafuni ukubenefita kwilento national kuphela, forgetting ukuthi labantu banama team. So whatever knowledge abanayo for uMaswangayi, let them use it kuye so that azokhona ukuthi abuildeke. But other than that, I don't think ukhona omunye. Yeah.
Definitely. And also moving to our headline, Enye is involving, Kaizer Chiefs winning the Home of Legends Cup. They won against Mamelodi Sundowns, edging them with 5-4 on penalties. But before we get deep into that, there is a very, very huge, controversial statement that people make, in terms of, is like Kaizer Chiefs really looking at, improving and making sure they compete in. We're not saying these cups are not, serious, but looking at competitive cups, looking at your MTN 8, looking at your Nedbank Cup, your Carling Knockout. They lost 5-0 with Sundowns, but now they have went on and played another charity cup and they won it. Like, what is your view on that?
Ash, one thing about these teams, ukuthi dala khona, dala compete. So ukuthi afike to that point ukuthi anga compete to any tournament or any league. Now it seems like manje asibabeki indawo vele leli bhola, there should be iletuzana competition. Kumele noma kanjani kumele khona owinayo, kumele khona odliwayo. But the way i-Chiefs ingakhona, vele abantu abaningi bazozibuza ukuthi how is it possible ukuthi njalo ihlala ikhona kuma Carling Knockout ikhona kuphi. But I perform it the way kumele performe ngakhona. There akhona ama teams that perform better kumele ngabayangena, but leyo chance abayitholi. But njalo sothola Chiefs. I think it's because vele Chiefs idala ikhona.
Yeah.
It's more like a Pirate. If naye ngaba good the same situation as the Chiefs, same thing izoyenzeka. Same thing ne Sundowns mazingawa. Zizohlala zikhona because ama team vele ajwayelekile. Ama team vele awa la emzansi esazi ukuthi okay kune team eso.
Yeah.
Yiwo abantu abawabhekayo ukuthi hayi le eyasekasi. Yabo. Yiwo ama team adonsa amehlo abantu ukuthi imele babukele iTV. But if bangadlalisa ama team lawa amanye yes uzolibukela ibhola but not the way kukhona iChiefs nePirates neSundowns because yiwo ama team amakhulu eswaziyo right now. Yeah, so I don't know ukuthi ihlala kanjani kwabantu abaningi vele bazibuza ama question ukuthi how is it possible? Because nami this question ngingazibuza yona but ngabuye ngayikhumbula ukuthi okay le team le enkulu. We shouldn't forget that le team enkulu it's like ilegend maseyiwile. Yabo. But yeah, other than that, I see ukuthi vele iyeza because they are still trying to do ama changes amaningi. Yeah.
Is Chiefs coming or not? We want to hear from you. But the most underlying question, if you're watching right now, is can Chiefs do it when it counts? What do I mean by that? When it counts, when we are looking at the Betway Premier League, can Chiefs win the Betway Premiership? When you're looking at the MTN 8, can Chiefs win the MTN 8? Looking at Nedbank Cup, can they win the Nedbank Cup? Looking at the Carling Knockout, can they win those cups? Because that is where the question underlies. Can Chiefs do it when it counts? So right here, I have an article with me that I'm going to go through and hear what does it say so that we can break it down and looking at, their performance and, coming from the past weekend. Even though Kaizer Chiefs have gone a decade without winning a major trophy, the club has lifted numerous other trophies such as Makufe Cup, the Kufa Cup, and this past weekend they were victorious in the Home of Legends Cup. This is all in contrast to Chiefs' disappointing Carling knockout thrashing at the hands of Mamelodi Sundowns in the quarterfinals recently. As such, they only have the Nedbank Cup as an opportunity to finally get back to winning ways and to potentially end this trophy drought. So Okwamanje, as we are looking at the Nedbank Cup as the only opportunity that they have, into going back into winning ways and ending the trophy drought. Do you think, as much as because angifuni ukuthi sicamba manga once again, I just want us to be as honest, as brutal as honest, and if you're watching also, please be as brutal as honest as you can, because we said when Kaizer Chiefs was playing against Imakesi, it was on a Thursday, on a Wednesday, and they were going to play Mamelodi Sundowns, on a weekend. So we said Kaizer Chiefs, the way they played with Imakesi, after, they are going to be victorious against Mamelodi Sundowns. And the Mamelodi Sundowns game came, they lost 5-0.
4. It was 4.
They lost 4. Do you think right now, as they have won the Home of Legends Cup, it's possible for them to go and compete in the cup that consists of 32 teams and win the Nedbank Cup?
Currently, I won't say they will win. Yeah, with no doubt, futhi angeke bawine. Yes, akhona ama team abazowashaya baze kahle. But we know ukuthi masekufika isikhathi sakhona, that's where we know ukuthi Chiefs manje, yabo. But I still feel like ukuthi with these changes abayenza kakhulu, they are trying to fix laba bona khona ukuthi okay kune mistake e1 abasamele ama mistake e2 but bameli mistake e1 ukuthi yenzeke then bese bayapesha, but the way izodlala ngakhona le Nedbank Cup, I don't think, because 32 teams, it's a lot. It's a lot. Baphuma ku Carling knockout and we saw ukuthi it was not make sure lapha, but we Nedbank Cup maningi ama team.
Yeah.
Maningi ama team, they need to analyze kakhulu, which is if they are failing to analyze kwama cup a few, kwama cup and ama team a few.
Yeah.
And then 32 teams, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So I don't think they will be able to make it, but one thing I know, they will play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. You know, it's still the conversation that we are having right here. And the main question for you right there at home and whoever is watching is, can Chiefs do it when it counts? We're looking and, in the last cup that they are going to be competing at. We know that they were not victorious into competing into the MTN 8 as they couldn't secure the top 8 spot, so they couldn't be part of the competition. And they were part of Carling Knockout, in which we saw them being thrashed away by Mamelodi Sundowns in the quarter-finals. Now the question is, can they go all the way to win the Nedbank Cup? Because they have won the Home of Legends Cup. So, they say, what could be the problem when it comes to Chiefs official PSL tournaments like the Carling Knockout and the MTN 8-2? Notably, Amakosi couldn't appreciate in the latter tournament because they didn't finish in the top 8 last season. Former Chiefs defender Tabang Roy believes that Chiefs place themselves under too much pressure when they play in the official tournaments when compared into the smaller cups. The former defender stated that pressure makes them make mistakes, which leads to them losing games they should have won. Do you think, Uguti, this statement is valid? Because when looking at playing Home of Legends, Kufa Cup, Makufe Cup, it's like they have all of the time, to find themselves to play, because they know, Uguti, this, it's just going to be one of those trophies that are going to go into that charity, shelf.
Yeah.
Trophy shelf. But now, do you think, Uguti, it is valid when they say, when they play in the MTN 8, when they play in the Carling Knockout, when they play in the Betway, they put so much pressure to themselves that it comes with expectations and then they make so many mistakes.
Yeah.
Do you think that is valid?
Yeah, it is valid. It is valid because we, like, for an example, just to use a player Lakona with Chiefs, which is Shiva Vero. Last time, Bamfagela, a pressure. What area a pressure because of people said.
True.
So now mentally what disturbega not being away. Okay, nyaziphazamisa mangibanaga. So that thing, it's the thing ngathini into yenzwa kwe team yonke. Ukuthi okay, right now mele sibone le tournament esongena kuyo Carling Knockout ukuthi okay, this one it's heavy, so nathi mele size sishisa. And then mabafika lapha, that's when bayavele bayenza ama mistake kakhulu. So my question nami enginayo ukuthi if they are capable ukuthi bawine I cup lela balwinile right now, bayenzani? Yini la bayi-applyayo bangakhona ukuyi-applya kwe-league makumele bawine i-league? Yini la bangayenzi makumele bawine ama MTN 8? Because if they are capable ukuthi bawine ngapha, that means they are also capable ukuthi bawine nangapha. Because at least if abawine, let them show ukuthi we are going there, we are trying. Because it's been years bangafiki bangathathi MTN 8, bangathathi league
10 years yonke.
Imagine. But bahlala bakhona ngathi manje iBafana Bafana iChiefs. But now iBafana Bafana it's developing. It's a change. So we need to see such things na ku Kaizer Chiefs.
Definitely. Do you guys feel like it is pressure, too much pressure when they are playing, in those cups? Because right now we are getting comments like, Kaizer Chiefs, they're turning out to be the underdogs because when they play in the small cups, they come up with victories. But when they play, with the big guys, we don't see them performing as much because, when Utabang Roy mentions mistakes, it is true because when you look at the game against Sundowns where we lost 4-0, we saw at the back what happened. You could see there's so much pressure that these guys are really getting. You know, there's so much of the fans. You know, there's so much expectations. There's so much of Nasreddin Nabi in Chiefs. You know, Chiefs is winning the league this season. Chiefs is winning this because changes have been made in the management also. You know, so as a player that is playing there and being rotated each and every game, obviously you are, you know, given this huge responsibility of coming up with positive results. And it's something that we are seeing, you know, there and there. You understand? But now it is valid, you know, that it is the pressure, you know, because as I referenced when they were playing against Sundowns, like you could see Abu Blom, the mistakes that they were making. You know, are they being taught to handle like pressure? Are they being taught each and every day? Because you can't teach a player once, you know, to handle the pressure that they're going to face in the field. You understand? So it is something that we need to know, you know, as time, you know, goes, and we see them performing today and them not performing the next day. You understand? But yeah, that's where it is. So when we continue right here, but winning is always good. To tell you the truth, I was asking someone about it because the same players are playing in the league and these cups. They fail to win the official trophies. Maybe they misunderstand the purpose or importance of official trophies. Maybe for some players, these official games are more difficult for them. So let me say, for example, here you are, you are playing for Rovers. And then there's what we call the South African Nations Cup. You know? And then there is, what can I say, Chibuku. You know, Chibuku Cup. You know, Chibuku Cup is a charity cup, and South Africa, you know, Nations Cup is a very huge cup. You guys here, you go with the same team, you lose, you know, and then you come this side Chibuku Cup, you win. What do you think we should do with you guys?
That means we should give you a chance to compete with Chibuku win, so that from there, Maseni right, you can come ngapha and then.
But it's not working. It's not working because the same guys who played Kufa Cup went on to play Carling Cup. They didn't win. The same guys who played the Carling Cup played the Home of Legends Cup. They won. What is it that we should do?
I mean, this side gule kapel khulu. Mabaza ngapha. It's heavy for Bon. So they should compete ngapha bajwayele, but I think the reason bayenze nakhona ukuthi ba win this Legend Cup, it's because they already have an experience of amakapa amakhulu, which is lama team abadlala nawo ngapha. They don't have that experience njenga Chiefs. So Chiefs mayfika ngapha bona, it's easy for them because they know ukuthi Sundowns mayidlala so. So mabafika ngapha, they playing ngaleso strategy ukuthi okay, kwenzeke so, let's try and use that strategy, then isidlale ngaso. But now the problem is you can't take a strategy sangapha usilethe ngapha because lese sangapha si weak compared to sangapha. So they need to try ukuthi bazijwayeze leso strategy abafuna ukuza ngaso for laba. But it's okay ukuthi bathathe esikhulu basilethe ngapha kulesi sincane, kukuthi nalaba bakhona, they are also learning from laba bathathe cup every time. Because mabafika ngale bayazi ukuthi hayi nabo ziyabakhalela, yabo. So they need to learn ukuthi how, like they need to learn ukuthi ba balance kanjani. Because right now I don't think they are capable ukuthi ba bathathe cup langapha and then basitshela ukuthi nangapha sizolithatha. They need to balance ukuthi okay, if siyathatha ngapha, let it be at least ngapha sifike la kumele sifike khona, even though singalithathanga, but next time sizolithatha. Because I feel like Chiefs abanayo lento leyo ukuthi next time. That thing issue ama player kuphela ukuthi hayi next time sizolithatha. But bona they don't have it. Abanayo bave but asilungiseni.
So bon.
Asilungiseni, makumoshekile, but next time sizozama. Mara abagazi bazam.
Yeah.
You know, even though they try, but hey, it's difficult.
It is difficult because the words of Uroine is actually what I am actually thinking in my mind, because obviously when you play Betway, when you play Nedbank Cup and MTN 8, those are different competitions, and they have their own pressure that you need to handle. So moving on, Ati, whether it's a friendly game or friendly cup, that's how you gain confidence.
Yes.
Every time you win, you are confident of doing better in the next game, and mainly at this time of the FIFA break. But I think the main problem of Chiefs winning small cups and not doing well in the official cups is the pressure they face from all quarters that they have stayed a long period without winning anything. When you are under pressure, you make mistakes, and that's what has been happening with Chiefs. But it's good that they win these small cups at a certain stage. It will rub off onto teams where they start winning official trophies again. But as I've said, the main problem is the pressure they have after going almost 10 years without a trophy. But it's positive that they don't lose everything.
Yeah.
So, as much as you say, Uguti, when you're playing in these small cups, continue to win.
Yeah.
And then that momentum will gain, and then you come and win these huge cups.
Yeah.
It's exactly what Tabang Roy is speaking about, about the pressure that they have, because going 10 years is a lot.
It is.
10 years is a lot without, an official trophy.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys have trophies, but we're speaking about an official trophy.
Yes.
It is a lot. And can Kaizer Chiefs, learn from the home of Legends Cup that, let us take this momentum, let us upgrade, let us make sure that, when we come back, we win those huge major cups. So we also want to hear from you right there at home. What do you think? Do you think Kaizer Chiefs, by winning these small cups, they will gain momentum and go on and win these huge official PSL trophies? Right now, let us take a short break, and then when we come back, we're going to conclude and looking at our headlines, the last headlines of the show. So please do make sure that you stay with us, you subscribe, you like, you comment. Thank you so much to those who have commented, left a comment on our YouTube. We hope that you guys will share the live and engage with us until the end of the show. Let us take a short break, and then when we come back, we're going to wrap up our conversation.
You want to join the Creative Corner every Tuesday, where we vibe with the coolest creators.
But nah, you are too busy catching up on Umkosi, celebrity news, and the headliners on the Trusted Talk Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Embrace your feminine side with the ladies of Sisterhood Thursdays at 11 a.m. talking about everything women go through.
Join Amachita, Amahrotmane, the broskies of Sotra, fixing the country, one topic at a time. Thursdays at 2 p.m.
Get ready to spice up your sex life on the 8th hour every Thursday at 8 p.m. where we get down and dirty with the hottest topics. It's all things sex.
Start the weekend early with the feel-good vibes of Classy Lifestyle Show Fridays at 2 p.m. Put on your dancing shoes, feel the music, and connect with the best artist Mzansi has to offer.
And if you're still not satisfied, you can learn a thing or two about living wild, young, and free with Ama2K Saturdays at 11 a.m.
And for all you bookworms, relax your Saturday with On Writing at 2 p.m. where you can learn from the best writers and storytellers.
All this and more on Share Radio, the place to be.
Depression and suicide are serious issues that affect many people. If you're feeling alone or hopeless, know that you are not alone. There are people who care about you and want to help. If you're struggling with depression or suicidal thoughts, there are resources available to help you. The South African Depression and Anxiety Group offers a 24-hour toll-free emergency helpline for suicide crisis support. Call them on 0800 567 567. Remember, you're not alone. There is hope, and help is available.
Welcome to Spotlight, because that's where we spot the light. Guess what? It's obvious that the light was spotted by Share Online.
You are now watching the Sports Spotlight, where you get all your sports coverage, updates, and news. Get ready for more Playground Show with the great interviews with your sports idols. Don't forget to tune in. We are Share Online on every social media platforms. Let the games begin.
12 minutes up until we hit 5 o'clock on the dot, and you're still watching the Sportlight show with me, Mweketi Maimane, and the one and only Arthur Blade right here in studio. And we lost our news reporter, Elvis, due to his network, but hopefully that everything is okay. We just spoke with him. You will guys hear from him next week when we come back again. You're still with us. Do make sure that you join our social media platforms. We are Share Online on each and every social media platforms, and you can also leave down your comment on each show that we have right here on Share Online. If you want to contact us on WhatsApp, the number to do that is 061-524-7758. It's 061-524-7758. So on our last two headlines, I think we have something based on what Nabi has decided.
Yeah.
Can you please take us through, man?
Yeah. Okay, so we have Nabi. So Nabi is deciding to sign a player, from the DDC. Yeah. So Nabi decides to sign Neo Buhloko to Chiefs' first team.
Yeah.
Okay. Amakosi DDC Academy young starlet Neo Buhloko has caught Nazradin Nabi's attention.
Yeah.
Moreover, he has impressed the Chiefs head coach substantially, so much so that he has requested that Amakosi sign him into the first team. You remember last year he trained with the first team but returned back to the DDC team. And he has been doing very well.
Yeah.
The first team's technical team has been monitoring his progress, and they are happy with what they have seen. And it is believed, Coach Nabi has recommended that he be given a senior team contract to be promoted. So for now, they're working on how long the contract will be and the logistics as they look bolstering the strike force from January going forward. The CSO started on SNL, meaning if they approve, Buhloko will be the first player Chiefs sign in this context to promote. This heading into the up and coming PSL transfer window in January.
Yeah, definitely. We hope Neo Buhloko, a very, very fruitful, very, very fruitful career in his journey when, as Nabi has decided to sign him into the first team. I mean, we're speaking about the importance of young players coming and jiggling and actually changing, the form of how, these already experienced players see it. We already have Abomfundo Villa guys. Players like that who help to shape the first team to become where it is right now. So we're going to be coming with more, when it comes to these young players being signed into the first team and, their progress of where they are from the first time they have joined. And we hope to see him in the games after the international break, because as they are speaking right here, they still approving that Ubuhloko will be the first player Chiefs sign in the context to promote. Obviously, it speaks to the next upcoming PSL transfer window that will be opened in January. So on the last one, Kaizer Chiefs transfer target Lunge Longuse could soon leave Golden Arrows. A 25-year-old striker had a breakout season with the KZN-based team, scoring 5 goals in the 2023-2024 season. Before the start of the current season, Amakosi were one of the team interested in the former Amatax star. We know that there was an article about, can Chiefs sign Uzungu?
Yes.
And obviously, we saw Kaizer Chiefs as of right now, they need a striker, not a midfielder, not somebody who is playing a winger. They need a striker.
Yeah.
So Chiefs transfer target, they are looking at Ulungelo Nguse, that could be joining Amakosi in the beginning of the next before the start of the current season, they say Amakosi were one of the teams interested, yes, on the former Amatak star. So this is the target that Kaizer Chiefs is looking at, and they're going to be, looking at, the developing stories on where they are when it comes to Lungelo Nguse, and we hope that they attain the striker and we see the results that we want to see right there at Kaizer Chiefs. Thank you so much for staying with us right here on the Sportlight. It's been nice being with you and actually engaging and discussing everything that has to do with sports. We hope to see you next week, same time, same place. Mr. Arthur, last words, man.
Yeah, but before we close it,
Yeah.
I have another 3 players, which is Ikosi now. I think Yababega.
Yeah.
So which is I have it's 3 strikers linked with Amakosi, while Ranga Chivavero has delivered 3 goals in 7 matches, which is a lot. 7 matches with 3 goals. Kaizer Chiefs are said to be keeping eyes on 3 strikers, which is Mikhail Olunga Unatiti, striker at Al Duhail in Qatar, and Fistol Mayele Unatiti, striker Pyramids FC in Egypt. And then we have Zakele Lipasa, Una 27, striker at Orlando Pirates.
Yeah.
So the main question is who should Kaizer Chiefs sign between these 3?
Zakele Pasa is there.
Yeah.
Yo, I would go for Zakes, man.
Yeah.
I would go for Zakes,
definitely. Because the way he Chiefs, I think he main target Chiefs will search for a striker.
Yeah.
They are looking for a striker because I think even this boy Neo Buhloko Nai is striker because we know we goal machine la ku DDC. Yeah, he's the one who dominates kakhulu, and I think he's the one who a player of the year or top goaler of the
Good TDC.
Yeah, good TDC.
Nice.
So I think that's why Bampegi, you know what, I think he should come go first team.
Yeah.
So Wile 3 lane, I think I should go with Ulipasa.
Yeah, definitely. We're going to come back with the developing story, so what's going on and how is Chiefs, doing when it comes to preparing to bringing in the new striker right there, Ekaya and Naturena. So right here, you should stay with us as we're going to be updating you with these kind of things right here on the Sportlight show. Till we meet next time, my name is Mokiti Maimane, and I was with the one and only Ato and Elvis. We lost him, our news Sportlight reporter, who we lost due to network. So please, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to follow us on our social media platforms. We are shared online on each and every social media platform. Press the subscription button, the notification button, so that whenever we go live, you will be notified, and stay here with us each and every day at 3 o'clock on the dot. Let us take this week as a very wonderful week and a sportful week. Stay safe and be careful.
You know you want to join the Creative Corner every Tuesday, where we vibe with the coolest creators.
But nah, you are too busy catching up on Umkosi, celebrity news and the headliners on the Trusted Talk Wednesdays at 2 p.m.
Embrace your feminine side with the ladies of Sisterhood, Thursdays at 11 a.m., talking about everything women go through.
Join Amachita, Amahrotmani, the broskies of Sotra, fixing the country, one topic at a time, Thursdays at 2 p.m.
Get ready to spice up your sex life on the 8th hour every Thursday at 8 p.m., where we get down and dirty with the hottest topics. It's all things sex.
Start the weekend early with the feel-good vibes of Classy Lifestyle Show Fridays at 2 p.m. Put on your dancing shoes, feel the music, and connect with the best artist Mzansi has to offer.
And if you're still not satisfied, you can learn a thing or two about living wild, young, and free with Ama2K Saturdays at 11 a.m.
And for all you bookworms, relax your Saturday with On Writing at 2 p.m., where you can learn from the best writers and storytellers.
All this and more on Share Radio, the place to be.